Sure. Thank you to our students for sharing their opinions. We certainly saw you. I want to confirm on behalf of the board that we are staunch defenders of everyone's right to express themselves and also the First Amendment.
Thank you, Curator Winokur. Also, my door is always open to have a meeting with the coalition as well as any other student group that would like to discuss any concerns that they have. The demands that were made were addressed at the town hall meeting with the MSA back in the fall. But if the students want to have another discussion, I am always available for that discussion.
Going back to board business, the board approved some really exciting capital projects today. If you guys want to say a few words about those.
Yes, I thought today we really focused on agriculture, we focused on healthcare and health sciences, and of course, underlying all of that is research. We continue to move aggressively forward as a university, and we're grateful for the opportunity to see and approve such projects as presented by our talented staff.
Okay. President Choi, we're hosting this meeting at MU. You gave a presentation highlighting some of the recent achievements and progress here on this campus. Do you want to share a little bit more about that?
Yeah, we're very proud of the success of our students, and that's measured primarily by graduation rates as well as placement rates. And as I shared at the meeting, the graduation rates for all of our demographics is the highest among Missouri publics, and the placement rate of 95% is one of the highest in the country. And that really does signify the hard work of our students for being persistent and graduating, but also our faculty and staff that support our students to see them through to their success. Our research has hit a milestone, $432 million in NSF herd measurement, which is the highest in our history. And we're very pleased that we're making good progress with the investments that we're making throughout the university, as well as the investments from Mizzou Forward.
Okay, and then there was a lot of mention about the strong partners we have in Congress, the state legislature, Governor Parson, the university, all four universities received significant funding in the federal omnibus bill, and then the governor had really strong recommendations.
And I'll let you go first.
Yes, so Governor Parson and members of the state legislature have been very supportive of the university, and we're very pleased that he put into the budget a 7% increase in our core budget, as well as over the next 2 years, another $230 million in capital projects. And those capital projects will be invested in precision health medicine, deferred maintenance of critical student success needs, as well as agriculture. And the support from former Senator Roy Blunt and Representative Blaine Luetkemeyer will be used for important projects that are designated for agriculture through water resources, as well as the planning study for the next generation nuclear research reactor. And we've talked about the importance of the new nuclear research reactor and the number of lives that we save because of the work that we do at MUR. And so we're very appreciative of their support and also very proud of the progress that we've made with that support.
I'll say, as each of us are appointed and confirmed, one of the commitments we make is to be good stewards of this university and good stewards of our state. And I think that is reflected in the support that we're receiving from both state and federal partners. I think we're excited. We hope that people see how we're growing and meeting the needs of the workforce for Missouri. And we all each believe, as a member of the board, and I know our faculty, staff, and I certainly hope our students do as well, an investment in the university is an investment in the vitality of the state of Missouri.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. We'll open it up to questions now. We'll go around the room. If you could please limit it to one question and one follow-up, and then if there's time at the end, we can open it up. I see some new faces, so if you wouldn't mind sharing your name and outlet. But we'll start right down here, if you want to go first.
Hi, Katie Kern of Missouri. So my question is, these financial plans in terms of healthcare, kind of stabilizing a little bit, are those plans focused more on financial austerity or on kind of stabilizing that program from the broader trends in healthcare that some of the curators discussed earlier?
You want to take it that first? I'm trying to think of,
Well-
what was the first word you used?
Austerity.
Okay, I'm trying to ponder that.
So while Curator Wenker ponders that,
I'm not
it's-
going to Google it.
It's
so-
really a combination of becoming more efficient in what we do, consolidating where possible, and also finding ways to grow our market share. And so it is a combination, but the key mission that we have at MU Healthcare is to serve Missourians. And as you know, we are known for high quality care, whether it's in cardiovascular to orthopedics to women's and children's health. And we're going to have to continue to make investments so we can provide even more services. And so it's a combination.
I don't have anything to add to that, other than our goal really is to serve Missourians. And as we have opportunity to expand our footprint, whether it's our helicopters that are strategically stationed to deliver Missourians in crisis to our hospital here, or setting up clinics in areas where other medical partners have left, we believe strongly in our land grant mission that we stay. So we're very committed to that.
Did you have a follow-up?
Yeah, I guess so. So I guess to put it another way, what is the kind of the main strategy for getting MU Healthcare out of this situation?
Well, the main strategy is right now we have to control our costs when it comes to the travel healthcare providers. And we also have to ensure that we grow our market. And the profitability, well, not profitability, the net operating income that's been so healthy up until about 2020 was because we were capturing a greater share of the market in the 25 counties that we serve. And that was due to the high quality care that we provided. And so our goal is to continue to increase our reach by partnering with CAP Region, partnering with the hospital down at the lake, as well as additional hospitals that require our support. We also have a comprehensive plan to provide clinics in strategic locations so that we can serve Missourians beyond the footprint that we provide through the Columbia Hospital.
I'm Katie Galloway from the Columbia Missourian.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to ask, you talked a little bit about how you guys in recent years have seen sort of an increase in the application numbers of first-year students. But I was wondering how the university is planning to address the possibility of decreased enrollment with the decreasing number of high school graduates.
Yes, and we are concerned about that. We're going to hit our peak of high school graduates around 2026, so we're preparing for that shift in the demographics. And we have to continue to demonstrate that the four universities provide a high-quality, affordable education so that students can be successful after they graduate. And at all four universities, the placement rates are very high, which signifies that we are providing that degree that is in demand and that students are successful, whether they get a job or they go to graduate or professional school or they go into the military. Here at Mizzou, that placement rate is 95%, and that's one of the highest in the country. And so we're going to continue to share with prospective students and their parents about the value of an education at the University of Missouri system.
I don't have anything to add. Thank you.
Did you have a follow-up?
Yeah, with that, are you guys planning to expand sort of outreach into drawing in students from out of state?
Yes. And we have a very large number of students that come from Illinois. And so the Chicagoland market is very important for University of Missouri. But we're also looking at markets in which there's going to be an increase in the number of high school graduates, including Texas and Florida. And so we're going to be very aggressive in our marketing and recruitment approaches in those regions.
Go over to Roger on your screen.
Has Mizzou eliminated hazing in Greek life?
I don't think any university has eliminated hazing, and I think it is a continuing work in progress, but our goal is to provide the safest environment for not only our fraternity and sorority residents, but throughout the university. And hazing is unacceptable, and we're going to continue with the education and training of our students and setting our expectations that hazing is not an acceptable activity at the University of Missouri.
I don't have a follow-up, but if it comes around to me, I have a related question.
Go back here, I'm sorry, your name escapes me.
My name is Ethan Hines, I'm with ABC 17. I guess the question I have is about the Thompson Center. When are we looking to start that project? Where are the funds coming from? Kind of overview on the Thompson Center.
Do you want to take that first or no? So we're going to select an architect, and we're going to begin that project sometime this year. And the funds are coming from the state through the ARPA funds, as well as private donations and portions of support from the university. And so the total cost is expected to be about $55 million, half of that coming from state through ARPA funds, the other half from philanthropy and the university. This will be a university building where we provide not only autism care, but also research and education and training.
It's kind of off topic, but this has to do with the substation. Why is there a need for it? And again, when can we see that beginning to build and put into action?
Well, as EVP rep stated, that substation was designed for 40 megawatt peak power. And during the past several years, we've seen peaks going above that amount. And that's because we have greater energy demand because our campus is expanding. For example, with the next gen, Roy Blunt next gen building, the Children's Tower that's being built. And so we're going to be preparing for the future, and that's why that investment is needed.
Avery? So I'm with KOU. I feel like I have to address the students that came to the meeting today.
Mm-hmm.
One of the concerns specifically when they were outside was that they don't want to have a private conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Why is the university pushing for a private conversation instead of a public one?
I think when students or faculty or staff have a concern about an issue, to have a private conversation, and they have a condition that the press be in the room, my response to them was, let's have that private conversation first. What are your concerns? How can we come to an understanding, a mutual understanding of the issue, and find ways to work through? And my door is always open for that conversation. And so I shared with Colin again today that please come and see me. I'm open to meeting with the members of the coalition because we know that they have concerns that they want to share, and I want to find ways, together with the board, of arriving at some good solutions that are mutually beneficial.
Follow-up I have to that is just sort of balancing, how do you balance the world's best journalism school but also having those private conversations?
Well, we have private conversations all the time. We have meetings to discuss issues, and that's how the business of the university is done. But we do have public meetings like this, and we do appreciate that the students have expressed through their First Amendment rights the concerns that they have. And my message to the students is, please come and see me or any other member of the administration to discuss the issues. Thank you.
Okay, and I think right here, I don't know your name, I'm sorry.
Sophia Anderson from the Reminder.
Mhm.
I'm wondering if students wanted to suggest a topic that discussion would be on the agenda for future board and curator meetings, how would they go about doing that?
So they can raise it with me that I can share with the board for their consideration. And they can raise it with the chairs of the committees, for example, if it's an academic issue. So there are many different paths that can be done.
And I would say, when there was a student representative, unfortunately, our student representative passed away last summer, often that went through that channel. And so that option of the Academic Affairs Committee, which still works over that student affairs concerns, you are welcome to share those topics, and then we'll work on that as we develop our agenda.
And follow-up, what is the process of finding a new student representative?
That is the governor's responsibility. He appoints students in rotation. It moves between all 4 of our universities. We just had our student from UMKC, the one who passed away. The next student will be from UMSL. And so the governor, that does come through all the different universities, and you may need to correct me on this, vet the students that are suggested by UMSL, and then they give a set of recommendations to the governor. He appoints that student. It's then confirmed by the Missouri Senate, and then they come to serve with us.
And they'll serve for 2 years, and so the next student representative to the board will be from UMSL, and after that, it will be a student from Columbia campus, and then Missouri S&T, and then UMKC again. Thank you. Did you have a?
Yeah, Student Smith, also the man-eater. What are the exact hesitations that we have to follow on Avery's question with including press in a conversation with the coalition?
I think it's healthy for the university leaders to have a candid discussion with students. And my response to the students that are part of the coalition was, let's have that discussion first, and then we can decide whether we want to invite the press in the next time. But without that first conversation, I don't know how productive it's going to be. Whether we're going to be discussing substantive issues or the print or not. So my response to them was, please come and meet with me first. Meet with me first so we can have that discussion, and bring your colleagues with you, members of the coalition, to have that discussion.
I think that helps you actually understand the exact topics that need to be discussed. I think that's certainly how the board is encouraging President Choi to approach it, and he has our full support in his approach.
Thank you.
Any additional questions before we break, before we need to let them get on?
Roger, did you have a?
Yeah, I had
Yeah.
one other question related to the protests. You mentioned that the demands that were made were addressed with MSA. Tell me how they were addressed.
Well, the press was I think attended that meeting. There were several demands, including offering a Plan B, and I said at that time, let's have a discussion with our student health to better understand what it is that the university can do. Second was making a pronouncement that the University of Missouri system denounce the reversal of Roe v. Wade, and I discussed that we do not take stances on political matters. We have to follow the law as it applies in the state. And I forgot what and the censorship in social justice centers. And my statement was that each individual that works at the university have their individual rights to express themselves, but as a private citizen and not on behalf of the university. And so those matters were discussed at that meeting.
All right. Oh,
Yes.
one more?
Sorry, yeah, one more quick one. Follow up on this question earlier about the energy substation.
Uh-huh.
So obviously, there are a lot of new facilities being built.
Uh-huh.
The next gen healthcare.
That's right.
Those would presumably put more of a strain on the grid. Would this new substation and these new additions, would those be in place in time for these new facilities to go on the grid? So is there concern that these would go on the grid?
Yes,
before this gets
that's a great question. And let me ask EVP Ryan Rapp, when do you expect that the substation upgrades will happen?
It should be completed in 25, 26. And keep in mind, we currently have the ability with our own power plant to meet the demands, but this is really looking to say if we are in a situation where we have to take the power plant down for maintenance, where do we get that power supply from? Or if we have that there, how do we get the power? But we currently don't have enough capacity to supply all of that redundant power to power the whole campus. So the short answer to the question is it will be in place in 25, 26.
Okay, and sorry, just quick clarification. The grid as currently is capable of handling new facilities as well?
Correct, but we don't have any redundant. Yes.
All right, thank you both so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.